Well, I distracted these girls with some. Oh, now look who's noticed. No! Everybody can have fun. I was gonna show the little ones. Yes, let the little ones go. Look, I'm gonna do finger puppets for you. And then look, they go right back. Yeah, let the little ones have a little try. Look at them. Oh, don't be mean. But they are getting braver. We're almost to week 2 now that they've been here, and they are getting a little braver. But of course, M&A. What can I say? Do you girls want some dandelion leaves? It's one or the other. They gotta choose. These girls are like, give me the dandelion leaves. And these girls are making that their opportunity. One leaf. Look at, they have no clue what's going on back there. Ha ha ha. Yeah, let the little ones go. Let them, hey, Emmy. God, she's such an evil. Like, you don't actually need it. You don't. Anyways, it's good to see that they're getting a little bit more used to each other. There's no real issues with them going in at night now. They all make it into the coop. And yeah, look at, they're coming around. They're getting more brave. I think once they're full grown, it's going to be no problem. Look, they wait to get permission. Yeah, everyone here loves cucumber though. It's been a common snack this week. Yes, and everybody likes a little cuke. I hope that they have some of their own back here. I don't know. I guess not. But hey, look, if I just walk back here, it distracts them again. Perfect. Yeah. Yeah, you think something's happening. Well, let me give you some more dandelion leaves so it's fair. All right, they got a lot of dandelion leaves, and now these ones are getting their fix. Keep them distracted back here. Okay, don't go back up. Come here. So we had an issue last night. We have a trap here. It's not baited or anything, but you can see here where the dirt's been kicked up. We had a bit of an issue yesterday. I think it happened during the day, honestly, because I'd never noticed any issues before. There was a hole dug there and a little bit of, I have the chicken wire kind of out this way. I didn't actually bury any. I just kind of had it pulled out and then rocks over top. But the chicken wire was actually broken there, and one of their little dishes was pulled through and laying over there. That was the one that had their calcium in it. So something obviously broke the wire enough to get its little fucking hands in there. And I thought it could be a coyote just based on the digging and the fact that one rock was moved, like a smaller one. But I was also like, it's probably a raccoon, like more realistically. I've not seen a coyote come this close to my house, you know? So we reinforced it. I put hardware cloth, like kind of connecting that little bit as a strip so you can't dig through it, and then more chicken wire, so it's very much fortified. I looked around the whole perimeter. The rest looks untampered with. But yeah, like we've got rocks all the way around, but I don't see any signs of, attempts at digging around here. So I think we're okay. But that scared me, and I think that's just from us moving the rocks. But this area was all dug up. And we do have the trap just for fun. And then we've also set up our camera there. So we had a camera that we weren't really using. And now it's officially mounted here. So that's perfect. So I actually caught last night on camera at 2 a.m. a raccoon was wandering right here. So it was coming back to check its spot and to decide, can I get in there and have a tasty snack? And I just can't cope with that. To me, that is devastating to think about. So yes, we have to fortify our fortress once again, right? Because we don't want you to be a snack. No, you might be a snack in the sense of how pretty you are, but you will not be a snack to a raccoon. Hell no, I will not allow it. So we got to be very vigilant here, but the rest looks very good, and I don't see any signs of any activity. So I think they just found a weak spot. I honestly think that was a weak spot, and they managed to get in a little, but luckily I caught it. I'm very grateful that I caught that. So yeah, that's all for today. That's today's update. Oh, hello. I was just feeding them some dandelion leaves, coming to say hello for the first time today, and these 3 just came running up. So they're getting a little more brave. I really do think they're coming into their own in here. And I don't know if I talked about this at all yesterday, but we did have, somebody found a leaf, one that was missed. Anyways, yesterday it was day 3 of only getting 2 eggs, and so we were getting, of course, quite worried, especially what had happened. Oh, lovely, thank you. Especially what had happened with Matilda. I'm like very paranoid now. So we gave everyone an Epsom salt bath, as in these 3, the layers. Everybody got an Epsom salt bath, everybody got put into there and got to enjoy eating some grass while they dried off. The little chickies enjoyed having the space to to themselves, I believe. And then today we gave them a crushed up Tums just for good measure because we still didn't get a 3rd egg that day. And the crushed up Tums is supposed to give them like a hit of calcium. Plus they have all sorts of oyster shells and calcium in there. So today we got 3 eggs by noon, and I am so happy and relieved because I was really getting worried. Like I was gonna almost have to go to last resort plans and like potentially, I don't know, have to do some chicken gynecology, it sounded like. So I really didn't want to have to take it to that level. So I'm very proud of them, and I'm just coming to tell them that I'm very happy that everyone is doing okay. Yeah, they're just so beautiful today. The little ones are being a little bit more friendly. Everybody seems to be getting along today, so that's good. And we've had these ones, I think, for 2 weeks now. It's just come up today's Saturday, so yeah, it's been just 2 weeks. So they're getting bigger. Here is the bunny nest. It's a few days later. I have been checking on it every day. And if you look at it long enough, I did just see it move just before I started filming. So that's proof that the babies are in there and they're... Oh, there we go. You can see a slight movement, which means that they're moving or breathing or something. So it makes me happy to know they're still there. And I looked it up, it said bunnies are in the nest for about 2 weeks. And these ones looked really young when I saw them the other day. So sometime within the next week and a bit maybe, we'll have some bunnies ripping around the yard. Alright, and also garden update. The tomatoes are starting to grow a little wild. We had a couple of them, like this is in the tomato cage. The whole tomato cage tipped over, and now I've put a support beam there, so it's actually held up since I did that. And same with this one, it got so heavy it just fell over even with the cage around it. So the cages are really kind of useless once they get to this size. So there you can see, and then that fence thing that's fencing in nothing, it's just a bunch of weeds in there, is kind of helping to support some of these ones, I think. So that's good. The garden is a little wild just with all the grass and stuff. I've picked some, but as long as the weeds aren't interfering with my plants, I kind of just let them be. So it looks like the peppers are starting to flower. We might even have, is that a small one? A little bud starting. There we are. These are getting a little wild too. I think we've got some beetle issues. There was beetles just feasting on the top of this, but I don't really care that much about the beans, but we do have some. Beans were just kind of like a fun thing to grow, but I'm not like a huge fan of beans, to be honest. Cucumbers are doing great. There's one dangling there. It looks about ready to pick. Yeah, there's a couple big ones. That one looks really awkward. I think because it's attempting to grow through. I might break it by accident, but I'm there. Try to rescue it from... It's an awkward shape, but this one looks pretty good. There's a big one in there. I don't know how I'm gonna Gotta reach in to get it, I suppose. I'm gonna give them a little bit more time. I'm not sure if they're fully grown yet. Watermelon's going wild. It's going in every which direction. It's definitely bigger than the one I had last year. It's done pretty well. And that being said, here is our watermelon. So yeah, it's about the size of a small bowling ball. Got another one there. So yeah, this is looking good. And the cantaloupe plant, I don't know for sure if I've seen any actual cantaloupes growing yet, but it seems to be doing pretty well. It's once again a little wild up here, but it's the branches that are escaping should do pretty well. It's kind of unfortunately how we had to do it to keep the critters out, but it has worked, so no complaints there. Now, we're kind of idiots. We didn't forget, we just kind of forgot to pick our lettuce. Now it's like a little wild. I'm honestly not, I don't really know. I'm like, whatever, if Bunny wants to eat it, so be it. Maybe we'll pick some and give it to the chickens or something. That would be really cool, I guess. If anything, they'll get to eat some. And then my sunflowers are starting to look pretty good. I just gave them a nice watering the other day, or yesterday. This one's the most voluptuous so far. It's looking almost ready to burst, and yeah, currently they're, I don't know, maybe like 4 feet tall. And last year I had them about 12 feet. They were like humongous. Then we've got our line of sunflowers over here, just along the fence line, so I'm still watering those. I did water them yesterday and they seem to have perked up a bit, so that's good. So there we go, garden update. And I've been checking all the milkweeds to see if I see any monarch activity, but not so much. And even those small caterpillars I found earlier, I don't really see much of them, so I'm gonna keep an eye out. If I see like a cocoon or something, that would be cool, but yeah, it's a little, I don't really know what happened to all of them. Maybe they go somewhere else to cocoon, maybe they just eat this, but yeah, they definitely munched it up. So who knows, I would love to see like one chrysalis turn into a butterfly or a moth. That's kind of my dream. I've always wanted to see that since I was a kid. I always tried to catch caterpillars and hope that they would suddenly make a cocoon for me, but it never really happened, and I always had to let them go at the end of the day anyway. So anyway, still trying to live out my dream.